Yo folks, I'm gonna look at Let's Go, which is a C64 game that arrived in 2023, but I actually haven't gotten around to look at it for now. And what I've seen, it's actually pretty awesome. So if you wanted to see me playing this a little bit, and telling you what it's about, then please feel free, hang around. You would be more than welcome to do so anyway. So in Leicester we play an android. An android who is helping taking back control of an evil android infested station, space station that is. So it's a platformer. We can jump, we can shoot, we have health, as you can see with the HP. So currently we have 4 health points. We also have 4 lives, which is indicated by a little counter in the bottom left. We have these droids in different shapes and variations that we can't touch. If we touch them, then we lose health. Some of them we can shoot, others we can't. The game consists of many screens. Here we have a vertical shooter need to take care of. All the NPCs has their own route that we can kind of figure out and try to time our route into. And this right here is a terminal. Every time we check in on the terminal, and we do that by pressing down, we make a little checkpoint. If we are to die after this point in time, I would be spawning at this terminal, the last one I checked into. Here at the terminal we have a map. The little cell that is blinking currently, that's where we are currently in the map. We have an inventory, but we have nothing picked up so far, but we can pick up 8 items. We can restore HP. That will cost us a little bit of the coins that we have collected. And we can upgrade our weapon. That will cost us a fairly bit more of the coins that we are collecting. Let's quit and move on. So one of the things that I found difficult after been playing a lot of Sherwood and Musketeer was that, especially in Sherwood, I've noticed that if I just venture a little bit too far on the platform, I will fall down, and that will often causing me to die. But in this game, I'm actually supposed to venture quite a bit out on the platform. You can see right there, I'm basically standing on a pixel. And many of the jumps and progressions on the levels require me to do so. And that has taken quite a bit of getting used to that. So let's shoot this NPC, which results in a coin. Let's pick up the coin. We have some valve or steamers beneath us here, so we need to time our jumps so we don't get injured by them. Up here we have an NPC, so it's quite hard to get up there without touching it, so we have to time that. Here we have a barrel. Most of the barrels hide stuff that are quite useful. In this case it hit a giant coin, which will equate to 5 normal coins. Let's move on here. Some of the NPCs we have to time our attacks with and often move out of the way, because they will take quite a few shots. This was one of them. So let's go left here. So here we have a door with the number 2 above it. The number 2 indicates, in this case, we can't go through it because we need a level 2 pass to access the area behind that door. Currently we don't even have a level 1 pass, So that is a no-go. Above us here we have a button. Pressing a button often make further progression into the level possible. Here we have a level 1 door, can't go in there. So let's press this button, something is moving inside the area. So something has indeed moved. And let me go back to where that change happened. It will be up here. So I'm not sure if you noticed earlier, but we actually couldn't come up here because that pipe to the left was further into the screen, blocking our access. But now it has moved back and we can jump up these steps. Oops. Here we have a terminal. The checkpoint saved. We have full health, so we don't really need to do anything here, so we can just quit. Move to the left. So we can shoot most NPCs, but that evil looking thingy going back and forth, it looks like a chip, an evil chip. Can't shoot that one. But we can shoot the vertical shooter. Now, what I picked up there is like a super shot. We can shoot many of the NPCs that we otherwise couldn't with a normal shot with that thing. But this evil chip, we still can't do it. So I'm not even gonna try. Need to take care of that barrel, and inside it we had the level 1 pass. So with that in hand, we can now access level 1 areas. Checkpoint. I didn't really need to do that, but it doesn't hurt. So let's move back to an area where I know there is a level 1 door. If I can. Some of these jumps really requires you to be on the very edge of the platform. Just avoiding this little fume. Let me check in on this terminal to make sure that I spawn there instead if I were to happen to get killed. So that's another thing that sometimes happens. Well, I took care of all of these NPCs earlier, but they have respawned, and they tend to respawn only after you get new items. So that's just to have that in mind. So up here we have another level 1 door. I got a little bit of injury there. Whoa. I could have done way better, but I didn't. You just have to take my word for it. So behind this door, which we now can enter, we have what looks like a hospital droid. Don't get fooled though, if you touch it, you get injured. But what we can do is shoot it, and then we'll get a 1-up, which means an extra life. So let's do that. You can see the counter that before was 4 is now 5. And we can get back to exploring the rest of the levels. If you feel like playing this game, I will leave a link to where you can get it in the description. I warmly recommend it. If you want to see me completing this game, I'm possibly gonna do that in the near future. Keep an eye on that. Am I to do a speedrun of this game? Who knows, I might. But to be honest, this might be a tricky one, because you can play this game and there's so many different routes, optimization that you can do in this, so I don't know yet, but let's see. Thank you for watching.